Hey, welcome everybody to our live stream. I'm waiting on John. There was a mix-up. I was supposed to have met him at McDonald's at 8:30, but I was running behind. I told him 9. I got there at 9. He was gone. So I sent him a message. He can join me. I sent him the link. We just wanted to do a live stream to let everybody know that we're doing okay after the storm, and just to get see everybody again. We really missed y'all, to be honest with you, and that's the fact. But right now, I'm here at a friend's business, and because they've got fast Wi-Fi here, I have no signal at home. So hopefully, John will get the uh, John can get the message and join me. Albert says, "Where am I?" I'm at a friend's business. She was nice enough to let me come here and uh, do the live stream. Good morning. Mark Richard said, "Good morning, Calvin. Glad you're safe." Where's John? There's a mix-up. I sent him the link. Hopefully he can join us. I appreciate everybody. Thanks to the NTZ crew for all that you're doing. Uh, keep this a safe and respectable live stream. St. Carlos City is pretty much back to normal in the city proper. Now, some of the outlying areas, of course, were hit a lot worse than the city. So it's going to take a little while. But hey, Sam Champion, he said, "Good morning, Calvin. Very glad to see that you came through the storm mostly unscathed." Well, I did physically, but I'm going to tell you, looks are deceiving, because what you're seeing in my area is a bunch of well-constructed homes. But nearby me, Sam, they took a hit. A lot of power lines down, people without water, people without electric, and the signal is really slow. Albert said, "My girlfriend got word to me yesterday. Finally, her father built their house like rock engineering." Yeah. Happy belated birthday, Sam Champion. I didn't even know it was your birthday. Herbert Williams said, "Glad to hear that John and your family's okay." Yeah. Remember, I was in Cebu when it hit. John was here. Cebu, I think, was hit a whole lot worse than St. Carlos City. But of course, I just uploaded a video talking about the typhoon scams, guys. You gotta be careful. People are taking advantage of this disaster, like they do all over the world. It's not just here. Regular Joe Travel said, "What's up, brother? Glad you're all okay. Praying for the people there." Yeah, they need it, man. A lot of people are struggling here right now. You know, the pandemic and now this typhoon. Um, to be honest with you, when people talk typhoon around here, they talk, like rain or overcast skies or something cooler temperatures, but it was the real deal this time. And people took it on the chin. Hey, Kevin Lugney said, "I just watched that video on the taxi scams. Sad." Yeah, but it's not just the taxis now. People are sending out screenshots of damaged homes and properties, and they're saying that it's their home and they're asking for help. Yeah. Hey, Jeffrey Taylor, thank you so much, man. He said, "Glad to see you back. You really came through for me, man. I'd still be in Cebu." And I'm going to tell you something. Right now, I've got a problem with Western Union. One of my subscribers sent me $25. So I go to pick it up, and they say, "Oh, Western Union's offline." So he gets an email that the money's been picked up. But I've never went over there to pick it up. I've never picked it up. So we've got to go there today and try to iron that out, because I'm gonna tell you something, that's gonna be tough. I'm gonna take my girlfriend with me because, you know, I'm not gonna argue with anybody. I'm just let them do their due diligence and backtrack and see that, hey, maybe a mistake was made, which it probably was. Hey, our good Michigan, he said, hey, Calvin, glad you made it home safe. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I made it in the nick of time. That damn taxi driver, he charged me 2.5 times the rate to get me to Toledo. I was just happy, man, to get back. But if I'd have thought about it, I'd have wrote his taxi number down. Because there's no need to take advantage of people during this crisis, man. But people do it all over. They do it even in my home state of Kentucky. Whenever there's a tornado or a major storm, you got people going around scamming older people and elderly. You know, they'll do a contract to rebuild their house or replace the roof, and then ask for money up front, and then they never come back. Hey, Beach of Life, thanks. He says, happy birthday at Smoky Mountain Marla and Sam Champion. Another thing I want to say is that there's a guy going around, he's copied my profile pic. I'm going to have to change that again. I mean, these trolls are just stupid, man. And right now is not the time to be dealing with me, with everything going on. But yeah, he's going around saying a lot of crazy stuff to people, and just if you see that, you know those comments are not characteristic of what I talk about. Doug Carr said your fence builders were trying to scam you, Calvin. I honestly think they are working along kind. Well, I tell you what, I'm very, very disappointed on that situation. You know, you try to help people, you know, it's a pandemic, you try to give them work, and these guys have really just stuck it to me. They're working about as slow as they could possibly work. Paul Carlisle says, I'm hearing other experts talking about leaving Philippines with quarantine over regulation, no rights for foreigners, etc. I'm not deterred, but do you anticipate exodus? No, I don't know who said that. But, you know, there has been a lot of expats that leave here because they can't, you know, early on in the pandemic, you know, because it was very strict. But now it's practically open now. I don't know what they're talking about. Now, unless they were hit hard by the typhoon, I can understand. But if you're in an area that wasn't hit by a typhoon, the whole country's on alert too right now. I mean, it's practically open. I mean, you'll be shocked how open it is. When I was in Cebu, you go to the store, all you have to do is they'll scan your temperature, that's it. And you have your mask, but you don't have to worry about any you know, signing in and all that. They don't track you like they do here. Hey, George, he said, good morning. Yeah, you're right, Sam. Expat life's not for everyone. And like I said, right now, man, it's pretty open right now. I don't know why anybody would leave. And like I said, unless you got hit pretty hard by the typhoon. Brad Jones says, hi, Calvin, how did you get drinking water in Cebu? I did. When I woke up, I had about this much drinking water in my bottle, but because there was no water in the shower, I had to brush my teeth with that, wash my underarms, and wash my butt. I didn't even drink any of it, man, and I got out of there, man. I was lucky that I caught that taxi, even though he was a scammer. And the only reason I called him was I was waiting. I didn't get a taxi all day Saturday, all day Friday, all day Saturday. And I was talking to this older Filipino guy, and this taxi pulls up. He's working Grab because that's what they're doing. They're only working Grab. They're only trying to get the biggest fares that they can get. So they're passing up senior citizens. They're passing up disabled people. They're passing up everybody, looking for these big fares, and just so happened that the person wasn't there. The person he was looking for a ride to the airport, man. And from Cebu City to Moncton International Airport is a nice fare. That's what he was doing. I was lucky. Hey, Papa Kiko, thanks for that super sticker. But yeah, Brad, I never got drinking water. I got out of there. Now, Simply Social said, Calvin, someone said that you were so scared that you were hiding under your bed. Why were you so scared? I didn't hide under my bed because I couldn't get under there. You know, this was a nice condominium I was in, by the way. But he said, why was I so scared? Well, I never been through anything like that. I mean, the building swinging, the noise is just so loud. I mean, I'm on the 46th floor, Simply Social. Yeah, I was scared, but I wasn't trying to hide. I really didn't know if I was going to make it out or not, to be honest with you. I love the child says, really relax in the province where my wife is now. Yeah, a lot of these places are getting back to normal. That's what gave me hope when I got to Toledo, actually in the city. They were going about business as usual, but I knew, you know, that's how Filipinos are. They'll had their suffering, man. There's no way they would, but it just gave me hope. It said, hey, you know, no sense in me complaining because they're in a lot worse shape than I am. Yusuf Amar Habib said, good morning, Calvin. So glad that you're doing good. I am on the outside, man, you know, but I'm still worried about my son. I did get in contact with his mother and found out that everything, if you saw my video about reuniting with my son, if you saw all those little structures and every little house that you saw up there, everything's completely gone. Only thing left is that house that she built up there. And hello, good morning. Thank you so much. I'm just letting my viewers know I'm okay. Thank you. Hey, good morning. You know, that's the couple that let me come here. He's a policeman and she's the manager of the business. They're really good people. They're real good friends of my girlfriend. Yeah, Brad, he said, glad you got out of there, man. I'm gonna tell you too. Kevin Lugman said there needs to be public transportation for times like this. Well, it is, and I'm gonna tell you, I hope there's not an outbreak of COVID in Cebu. It may be, because believe it or not, one taxi driver right before the typhoon, he said it's a good time to be in Cebu because COVID was gone. They got rid of COVID. He said there was no new cases of COVID in Cebu, but now when you see those, they've got brand new jeepneys there, but they were cram packed with people, no social distancing. Belizean Evans said, Calvin, you have 129 people here. If everyone can donate $20 to help people that's lost everything, that would be a big help. Yeah, it would be a big help. I'm going to give away 25,000 pesos tomorrow on my spin wheel. Normally I just spin the spin wheel one time on Friday, but because of Christmas, because of the typhoon, I'm going to spin it 25 times. I'm going to give 25 of my subscribers 1,000 pesos each, just to help them out, man. It's bad in some areas here. I don't want y'all to think because you seen my house. Like I said, those are well-constructed houses over there. Hey, Gerald Mitchell, good morning, Calvin. He said, I came down with the new virus and was very careful, so watch out. Yeah, I'm wondering about that because there was no social distancing in Cebu. Because, take care, there was no social distancing in Cebu because there was no way to do social distancing. To be honest with you. I love the John say, yeah, where's John? I guess that's why it's so bright where Calvin is. There's sunshine, but no moonshine. I sent him the link. I was supposed to meet him at McDonald's at 8:30, but I sent him a message saying, meet me there at 9. Well, I guess he must have came there at 8:30 and saw I wasn't there and left. But now I sent him another message telling him I'm here, he can come here. And I also sent him the link so he can join me. I'll split the screen. I love to hear from John because he claims that here in San Carlos, it went back and forth like it had died down and then picked up, then died down, picked up. In Cebu, if you see my video, it didn't stop for maybe however long that storm was there. It was a category 5 the whole time. Hey, Don Zay Thomas, he said, Grand Rising, Calvin. Thank you. I would have hoped it would have slowed down. It never slowed down. From the time it started, it just sounded like a freight train, man. It was scary, man. DG says the American Red Cross stole hundreds of $millions due to the people of Hurricane Katrina. But like you said, there are scams all over the world. It is, man. It's really, hey, Robert Jones, thank you for that super chat. He said, this is to help with your giveaway. Thank you for helping those with less. Great job, brother. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I'm going to do that on Friday. I was supposed to give away 25,000 pesos to celebrate 25,000 subscribers, but I'm just going to do it earlier, Robert, because the people need the money now. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. I really appreciate that. Bill Carr said I would worry more about cholera and dysentery than a COVID outbreak, Calvin. Yeah, either way, in certain areas, you're going to have to look out for that. But remember, San Carlos City is a well-managed place. Right here in the city, if you look out that doors, you can probably see. It just looks like business as usual. You wouldn't think that a typhoon came here a week ago. And I said that on my video. I said, you know, hey, if I could bet everything I got, this place will be up and running long before Cebu. But it's a lot smaller. But it's just the way that the government is here. They're really on top of things here, guys. Hey, I voted. Thanks for that super chat. He said, use this where you will, where it would do some good, Brother Calvin. Best of luck to you. Yeah, we're going to give away the money tomorrow. 25,000 pesos, that's 500 US dollars. And 25 of my subscribers are going to receive 1,000 pesos each. I'm just telling y'all guys on that video, most of the people are legitimately affected, guys. But there is a percentage of scammers out there, and they're sending pictures, they're screenshotting pictures of destruction, sending it to you, saying it's their house, saying it's their mother's house, saying it's their father's house. Can you send the money? Be careful. That's my girlfriend trying to call me. She doesn't realize I can't pick up the phone. If I do, it's going to shut me down. Hey, DG says, by the way, today is my birthday. Thank you, man. I mean, congratulations. Happy birthday. Ronald P. Pereira says, where's the Philippines government with disaster relief? They're basically concentrating on hardest hit areas, Ronald. You know, they didn't just turn their backs, but it's just, did you see how big that storm was? I mean, it's just to cover the area. Hold on, my girlfriend, what she's calling, she keeps calling. I don't know what she's doing. Archipelago says, change your stream title from Sunshine Shows and Moonshine Shows Happy Hour to be back soon after the typhoon. Yeah, I tell you, we can laugh today, man, but I tell you, it's not a lot to laugh about. Honestly, today the tally has went up. 375 people dead right now. The last count that I read, man, that's a lot of people lost their lives. Lonnie Franco said, Calvin, I noticed no one put plywood on the windows. Yeah, well, when their whole house is plywood, see, that's the thing. And remember, hold on, guys, let me see. She keeps calling. John came by my house, so John might be on his way over here. Yeah, they just handle storms a lot differently over here, Lonnie, than they do uh, in America. And a lot of the windows over here, uh, see, they got these. If you see this, it looks like they don't have any windows, but they've got those doors that you pull down on a lot of the business, for protection against storms and also from burglars and stuff. But yeah, a lot of people over here, the masses of people, man, you got to understand, man, they can't afford it. Plywood is super, super expensive right now because of the pandemic. So you can imagine how much it would cost now. When I rebuilt, now this was back in February, almost a year ago, when we helped rebuild Donna's house. Plywood was 480 pesos for one 4x8 sheet. That's a lot of money over here. People can't afford to do it, Lonnie. Tori Mackey says, hey, Calvin, glad to hear your family is safe. Thank you, Tori. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Rock Engineering. They built that house really well. And, if anybody had any second thoughts of doing business with Rock Engineering, that should be any doubt should be thrown out the window. I mean, really. But that's what a lot of the houses here. They're well built. They're built for typhoons and earthquakes and volcanoes. Yeah, guys, I love the chance said, I heard Janessa has filled his Xmas stocking with Tanduite. He should be over here any time now. Because I sent him a message, but I think it's going to his girlfriend's phone. Kids keep it simple. Survival says, Mr. Calvin, good morning. Yes, it was a big storm. It was a big storm. I mean, it covered a vast area. I was shocked. He said, audio is echoing. Yeah, well, I'm just thankful that I'm able to do this live stream today to get the word out, to let people know we're okay, because they were nice enough, Mike, to let me sit here. This is a business. This is a legitimate this is a finance office, and they said, yeah, you can come in, Calvin, and let your viewers know you're okay, kind of give some updates on the situation here. So, yeah. He said, where's Moonshine? He should be on his way over here now. It was just a mix-up. Cherry says, hi, Calvin. Again, welcome back. Good morning. I'm sorry to hear about Western Union. Hope you get that straightened out. PayPal, Cash Out working. I want to be sure you get it. Hello, everyone. Yeah, PayPal is working. I don't use Cash Out because I can't access it anymore. They found out I was over here in the Philippines, and see, you can only access Cash Out in the United States. I was using my, what do you call it? To hide my IP, but one time I tried without it and they read it and they locked me out. But yeah, I use PayPal. And thank you so much, Cherry, I'm sorry. John Kohler said, living in Tolosa, lady, I'm a survivor of Typhoon Yolanda, so I know what it felt like. At least you don't see bodies laying in the rubble, although I know there was deaths. Yeah, there's 375. See, I was talking to John yesterday, man. It's not about, this isn't a contest, man, about who has the toughest storm. Especially if you were one of the victims who died, lost your life, a family member or something like that, man. It's really relevant, man. I'm thankful it wasn't Typhoon Yolanda, but it was a super typhoon. And you talk to some people, They probably can't tell you the difference, John, to be honest with you. No, she was just letting me know John was on over. You know, everything's an emergency to her. If she can't find the if she can't find the soap, man, she considers it an emergency. Okay, what do you mean I'm muted? If you can hear me, man, give me a thumbs up. Greg Master says it's power back where you are. Are you using a generator? Now, power's back where I am. I'm fortunate to be close to the city proper, and I had my power restored. The reason I knew power was on was I was over here. See, the people who run this place, she's a real good friend of my girlfriend. We were over here and found out that they had power. So we called home and asked her daughter if we had power, and she said, yeah. And then when we went home, it was at nighttime, and I saw the lights on. I was shocked. Hey, Believes in Edward said, it's good to see you back, Calvin. I was worried about you. Make sure next time typhoon coming, put plywood on your windows for safety reasons. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to tell you what, I told John yesterday. I'm going to take every typhoon warning serious now, because we just never did. A typhoon didn't really mean a typhoon over here to us. What it meant was rain, cooler temperatures or something like that. But yeah. Hey, thanks, Robert Sanford. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we were fortunate, TB63. He said, glad to see that things fared well for you and your family. Brad Jones said, we built this city on rock engineering. Yeah, cinder block, best housing, yeah. Plywood or boarding up your windows is dangerous when there's flooding. Absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up because there's flooding in a lot of areas, especially in Bohol. In Lady, there's a lot of flooding, and in parts of Cebu. I haven't heard from anybody up in those mountains, Daryl. I did hear from his mother. Everything's gone up there. If you go back on my video and watch that reunited video where I went to visit my son, imagine Tuesday, I was up there and I did that video, sun was shining, I showed y'all around. Everything's wiped out. Only thing left is that house that she built, and they're using that as an evacuation center. But thanks for asking, Daryl. Hey, Ron Bizzle, thanks for that super chat. Say, hi, Calvin. Hope your family and son in the hills are safe. My family's safe, but I haven't heard from my son. Yeah, VPN, Doug. That's what I was trying to say, man. My mind is so messed up right now. Jeff in Brazil says, hey, Brother Calvin from Rio de Janeiro, stay strong and wonderful, helping those with less prices. Thank you, Jeff. And Brazil is one of my favorite places, man. If I didn't end up in the Philippines, I was either going to end up in Brazil, Mexico, or Colombia. Hey, thanks, Jeff Vitale, for that super chat. He says, more for the cause. Welcome back. Thanks, man. We're going to pay it forward, man, because there's a lot of people legitimately suffering here. But there are some scammers, man. I want y'all to watch out for it. Somebody even tried to hit up Sunshine Shoulders today. The only reason I called them, they sent back to back, two people sent the same picture of the same house tore down. And so many of my viewers and subscribers sending me pictures and messengers saying, hey, this is my girlfriend's house, and blah, blah, blah. I'm saying, make sure that it is. More than likely it is, but just make sure, because this scam is growing. they're preying on our kindness and our generosity. Don't make me roll out though, but thanks for the super chat. He said, peace, love, and blessing. I appreciate it, man. Ron Bill says, I'm good, brother. Thanks. Buck says, shout out to all the fellas in the boots on the ground crew. Thank you, Buck, for checking in. Okay, yeah, they can hear me. TB63 says, I don't understand why I can't post a lengthier post in this one. I think because StreamYard has a limit on characters. I'm not sure. I'm not really tech savvy because you look at Bucks. Bucks got a lot of characters right there. But Buck's a character, so maybe that's why he can do it. Thank y'all for the thumbs up to let me know, because Archipelago said that, I guess he was saying he was muted, but I'm not, I can't mute you. I don't know why they would mute you. Okay, Roger Akers said, I just joined, it's 1:50 in the morning where you are. Where are you? Oh, okay. Doug Carson Calvin, that muted part was your phone call. Thank you. Yeah, I told you, man, I'm not really savvy with that stuff, to be honest with you. You know, that's just how it is, guys. Hey, Dana Middleton, thanks for that super chat. I just heard from my girlfriend finally today. I'm so relieved. Yeah, guys, if you got any girlfriend, fiance, family, anybody in those outlying areas, man, you got to have some patience, because I'm talking about when I was coming from Cebu City to Toledo, major power lines were down. That's an hour and a half. We had to stop 4 or 5 times where it was only one lane of traffic because the major power lines are down, trees are down, and that's like a mountainous region. I have to go past where my son lives to get there. They got hit hard, but I'm gonna tell you what was good. I saw people on the side. They were filling up. Here comes John. They were filling up. They were filling up water jugs. Which was good. Yeah, John said, yeah, you probably didn't get my message.
Well, see, I still don't have service on my American phone. But I tracked you down. You're not going to get rid of me that easy.
Yeah, then I sent you another message that said, hey, meet me over here, but you didn't get it. You didn't get it. Doug Carr said, hey, John, good to see you.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Doug Carr. Now, I've learned a lot of things on this typhoon. Have your family's email addresses on a hard copy somewhere. I had them on my phone, but on my laptop, but I couldn't get them. It wouldn't come up. But I did have Doug Carr's on my phone, so I got Doug Carr's. I asked him to get a hold of my brothers, which he did, and I truly appreciate that. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah. Hey, Filipino Raquel de los Santos.
How did she get hit up there? I think she's in Luzon, if I remember right.
Yeah, she didn't get hit.
Good.
That was, this was Matthias and Northern Mindanao. DG said, welcome back, John. Good to see you okay and your family. Simple 5.
Thank you, buddy.
John's okay, doing good.
I don't know how much you guys went through this. I just got here, but I actually prepared for this typhoon. This is my first one. I had enough cash to last me about 2 weeks. I had 25 gallons of fresh drinking water, 30 gallons of water to flush toilets, take baths. I had canned food to last me what I thought would be a month. 3 cartons of cigarettes, 3 liters of wine, 2 tips of baby-proof, batteries for flashlight, candles, rechargeable fan, extra propane tank. But now in hindsight, next time I'll have 50 gallons of drinking water. That was my last before we were able to get it.
Yeah, you were prepared, John. I was, because you know why? when you hear, but he's been following some guy, and he said the guy said, hey, they're going to hit you.
And this guy's been, I've been following him for 3 years, and so far he's always been right. It's West, W-E-S-T, capital P-A-C-W-X. He's an American.
Westpac, yeah, Westpac, W-X.
I started following mostly because, you know, I can understand his English, and yeah, he called this one right. And 3 years ago, I might have been before you got here, Calvin, and Wayne down to Zimbabwe. We had one on the same path as this one, but he said, well, there's a couple models that said it might go north. I think it's going to go north, and it did go north and it missed us. So he's been right here.
Yeah. See, when I got there, I got to Cebu on Monday, and I was riding the taxi to the condo, and the taxi driver was just nonchalant. He said, yeah, they said the typhoon's supposed to hit, but it's probably just going to hit northern Cebu with some winds, he said. Nobody was taking it serious, guys.
Well, they don't get them here very often. This is only the second one in my wife's 28 years. Her family and her whole fishing village didn't take it serious, and they're regretting it now. I mean, their fishing boats got destroyed, and this is not like U.S. You don't work here, you don't fish, you don't eat.
Yeah, you don't work, you don't eat here. Roger Akers says, I'm in the UK on BBC News tonight. It said there's 350 deaths. So sorry to hear. I have a Philippine friend in Navy. She and her family are safe. Yes, it's up to 375 now, the last count. He said,
as bad as this typhoon was, I think that's still very
well. It's rising though, because a lot of people that are missing. Dana Middleton says, Merry Christmas, my man, John.
Hey, thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
Hey, Eric. Hello, Sunshine and Moonshine. I want to give a shout out to Eric Terry. He sent me a box. Is that the shirt? Perfect. He sent me the shirt, but Eric, you know good and well I can't wear that shirt.
Eric, it is perfect. It's the best shirt I have right now.
So I gave it to John.
I appreciate it.
He sent me a large. I'm extra large, Eric. But the shorts that you sent me are perfect. Boobies, the stuff you sent, booby, man, I tell you. We want to thank you for this. But I want to tell you that I gave the shirt to John. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's his style, too.
This is the best shirt I have right now. You guys probably already talked about this, but there was no looting here. People didn't do it crazy. Order was total order, nothing, no chaos here anyway. So I asked a couple Filipinos, you know, I said, in the U.S. or something like this happened, everybody breaks windows and grabs TVs. What's going on? They said, because looters here will be shot, and everybody knows it.
Yeah, but not only that, man, they're not, and we got an entitled attitude over there.
I know, what's up with that?
That's the problem. They're not entitled over here. They don't think like that. The condominium I stayed in Cebu, right next to it is a Honda dealership.
Nothing.
Every window's smashed. All you got to do is go in there and get a motorcycle, walk out. Nobody would saw you. Nobody went near that place. Hey, thanks, Eastman 57. He said, I can't ignore the something over there. Calvin, please give this to someone who needs it. Yeah, I'm giving away 25,000. So we'll use this for that. We're going to give away 500. That's a lot of money over here.
That's a lot of money here.
But yeah, there was no looting.
Yeah, no law.
There's no lawlessness. But it's a good thing it wasn't, because there was no National Guard or nothing else.
From what the Filipinos told me, Filipinos, if you go onto their property, they can take law into their own hands, and they won't be innocent. So, I mean, everybody knows that. That might help.
Well, there's a lot of order here. Anyway, I always say that. It's a lot of order here anyway.
So the U.S. government has travel advisories against parts of the Philippines. I think they need to take that off and put it on parts of the U.S.
Yes, a lot. But I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to do a video on this when I get my thoughts around it. But it's true. When I got off the boat, it hit me. I said, you know, when you're in the Philippines, they treat you, they're people like you're in the first grade. You know, everybody, you know, just the authority and everybody. When I got off the boat, they were checking IDs. Then they had people in the crosswalk. It's like that all the way around. They'll treat you like you're in the first grade.
Okay.
You know, get in line.
Well, that's one thing. Anybody comes here, you don't don't be impatient. Get used to waiting in line.
Sam Champion said the Sunshine Show, this Calvin, this recent storm should serve as an after-action review or lessons learned for all the would-be experts. Get an emergency plan together before the storm was forbidden. I'm doing it now because of what John did. He influenced me. Because I'm going to tell you, I didn't take it serious, man, because we never do. When you hear about that over here, you know what it means, John. It means we'll get some rain, cooler temperatures. Man, we got hit. And it cost me.
And I think San Carlos actually got off easy compared to some of the other areas I've seen. I drove to my wife's fishing village at 24 kilometers with that 12 miles. Every wooden utility pole is broken half. Every one of them.
But see, you got to realize now I have my bike right across from you. That's Teachers Village.
Bad.
They don't have power. It's bad. A lot of the power lines are down.
That's what I mean. It seems like different areas, even in the same town. Some get hit hard, some get just like tornadoes.
Well, on your street, we don't get that much, you know, because of the way it's situated.
Maybe all the houses breaking.
Yeah, you didn't get a lot of that because my girlfriend said it was terrible from the time it started to the time it ended. I told her you said it was back and forth.
Yeah, I actually slept through it. My wife didn't, but I did.
Journey Trials in was it Jay or Joy? Says, does the Philippines government care? Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Says, the Philippines government care about the poor island lady because they also need fire and help too. Yeah, they do, as a matter of fact, but remember, they don't have the resources, guys, and they're concentrating on the most hardest hit. They're really looking for bodies now because it's a lot of flooding in a lot of areas that you're not going to, they're not going to show you on the news. Hey, Cole CO says, hey, Calvin, Sunshine and Moonshine. It's Love Beat Muse here. Happy you and the family are safe. Thanks for the update. Oh, okay, so you gotta, yeah, you guys, boy, be confusing me.
I got one other quick story to tell. Expat may come over here. I came over here, you know, almost 3 years ago, and this is a cash society. I used my credit card once. I got hit with a 3% buyer's fee and also a 3% out of the country fee. So I turned I called them up and said, just lock my credit card out for a while. Well, a week ago, I called them up to open it back up, and guess what? Since I haven't used it in a while, I don't have a credit card now. So I guess you got to use it once in a while.
Well, there was something during the pandemic where that's what they said they were going to do.
Oh, okay.
They actually made an announcement. They said a lot of these credit cards are going to be canceling people that aren't using it.
Okay, I didn't know that. But so I called up. I've had this credit card for at least 15 years. I used to use it on my business. I used to spend $10,000 to $20,000 a month on a thing for years. And so they told me I had to go to one of the branch offices for an ID check. I said, I'm in the Philippines. I can't hardly do that. So I get back to U.S. I will drop back up and get somebody.
Yusuf Amar Habib said, Calvin, did this typhoon effect change your view on expats come to live in the Philippines? No, this has always been a way of life over here. But that's why I tell you to always check the location that you plan on settling in first. Check their weather patterns, check their weather history, because all the Philippines isn't affected by these natural disasters.
But the eastern part is
the eastern Visayas, the Bicol area, central Luzon. It doesn't take you long, but no, this has always been a way of life here in the Philippines. Remember, there was a lot of...
They get 20 a year average.
Yeah, there was a lot of foreigners that died in that Typhoon Yolanda. They were down there, and there's a lot of foreigners that live in Tacoma City, by the way. Hey, Grumpy Dude Brad said, Calvin, you are from Louisville. My mother was from Frankfurt, and she survived the flood in 1937. So I learned from her about having up to 30-day food in the pantry. Then you only need more water. Well, I tell you what, nobody has to tell me twice anymore. Believe it or not, about preparing. Okay, because remember I always told you to have 25. I got 2,500. I never touched it. But guess what? I couldn't get it. The bank wasn't even doing any transactions. But to their credit, they let me withdraw 25,000 pesos out yesterday. They kept my passbook. I'll go back and get it today. But yeah, that 2,500, I couldn't even get it. So I think I'm gonna, you know, start keeping at least 25,000 cash in my house. I don't want to keep a lot because I don't want to put my family in jeopardy. They already think I've got more money than I've got. So, you know, I don't want them coming in there, you know. Then sign says, so can we get in on a humanitarian visa? Or is the government really that stupid? I would love to bring my 80,000 in pensions there, but I can't get in. Well, not right now, but see, that's what Nifty's on. Something like a humanitarian visa.
Yeah.
He's got a special
Like
visa that they only give like 20 a year, he said.
But on his, it's because he's a mining engineer, and if there's professions they need you at here.
Well, yeah, that's what
But
it's sort of like it's a special visa that they award people. People got 20 every year that improve the quality of life in the Philippines. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do have something like that. But hell, by you not being over here, you wouldn't be able to earn it.
Is that my son?
Yeah, he says, "Hi, Dad. I'm glad to see you in Calvin State."
Hey,
Thanks, John Jr. Does he have your red hair, John?
No, he doesn't. My daughter got it.
Daryl Foreman said, "Calvin, things always seem bigger to the woman than it does to men." Yeah, that's what she said, Daryl. Greg Matthews says, "I live next to an active Mayan volcano and I've gotten numb to extreme disasters." Yeah, well,
if that volcano goes, we're done.
Yeah, you won't get numb.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about it. But at least now they can predict that a lot better than they could have.
Adam Children says, "Nah, it's easy. If you're in the path of the eye of the storm, just evacuate to a hotel in a non-affected island. Afterwards, return with food and water to help people."
If you can get out.
Yeah, if you can get out. See, he doesn't realize that travel on land and sea was suspended. And you couldn't move, man. You could not move. You know, and hindsight is always 20/20. You know, we're so smart after the fact.
And back to the travel, the ferries, if the seas are up, you can't go. Nifty was stuck over in Cebu for a week.
They suspended it. You couldn't even ride the bus. Doug said, "Roger and Esmeralda, I would like to thank you two for showing your area after typhoon." I saw that video, parts of it on Facebook.
I was on one of theirs. They were down there at the marina. I was on one of theirs for a couple of minutes.
John we were just talking about this girl. I'm going to keep about 25,000, no more than that, because, you know, I don't want anybody to get any ideas. They already think everybody's,
all foreigners are rich.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, compared to them, we are.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so John, your son,
Yeah, and thank you.
As a matter of fact, he just sent me something. Hey, Elizabeth Tate Challenge, she was on her with her husband, Frank. They gave some great information. Great couple. She says, "Hi, Calvin and John. Merry Christmas to both of you and your families." Now, they're here in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
They're up in Luzon. She got a good channel, too. She makes me hungry every time this is so stupid. How did I do that? Okay. Every time I watch the channel, she really is a great cook.
That would be life.
Yeah. She said, "Kiss says, keep it simple, survival." Said, "It's not the first typhoon the Philippines ever had. They get up and rebuild." Yeah, but
28 years,
it's not going to be, those 375 that died, they're not going to get up and rebuild. You know, they're not going to get up and build. I'm sorry, guys. Believes in Edwin says, "Calvin, whenever I'm in the Philippines, I put $500 cash on my side just for emergencies. That's a learning lesson for you, my brother." Yeah, I've got 2,500, but guess what? I couldn't do it. And 25,000 pesos is 500. Yeah, I learned a lot. We've got plenty of water. We got plenty of everything in there now, but it may be 25 years till it happens again. So
that's right.
But at least I won't take any more chances. Thurlow Stalling said, "My Filipinos house was, I kid you not, made of corrugated fiberglass sheets." Yeah, you know that white stuff you see.
Sometimes like
that mess was absolutely destroyed. Had she not been in a shelter, her and her kids would be dead. Yeah, Lord have mercy. Yeah, see, that's what, like I said, majority of those people, they're really sending real pictures. but some of them, they're screenshotting disaster pictures, sending you, asking you for money.
Well, it seems like here in San Carlos, if your house was hollow block and built half decent, it was okay. It's like you said, the ones, just tin and bamboos can be the ones that got it worse.
If you go right to the end of my street, right across from the hardware store, where this sorry place used to be, and the people live there. It's nothing but a pile of sticks right now. Miss Beach of Life said, Mister, if I was in charge, usually never gets anything done with low area. Yeah, everybody, the hindsight is always 20/20.
That's right. We're always experts after the fact.
Yeah, thinking of those metal roofs flying around freaks me out. And that's one thing in Taboo that I saw a lot of people, they were getting those roofs, holding them up, recycling them. That's the only sign of desperation I saw.
That would have been the worst for your family safety, was all those sheets of tin coming off the big fence.
Yeah.
The bigger.
Yeah. A couple of them hit over there, but mostly it was them big bamboo sticks.
Oh, okay.
He said, can you upgrade your girl's house at Thurlow's, Darling? But that's something he'd have to do when he got over here, man. Be careful, man. Yeah, I wouldn't do it ahead of time, guys. You got to be careful. I mean, as much as suffering is over here, you've always got that small percentage of people that's going to scam you. Because you don't know who's in a situation like this. You don't know who's telling the truth and who's not.
That's right.
And you really got to be careful. James Small says, thank God for the survivors. Calvin and John, pray for the dead and missing. Yeah. And that's where we are today, James. I'm going to tell you something. They're not going to get up and rebuild. And it's not about, this isn't as bad as Katrina. People, actually beat me over the head with that. Well, there's no bodies laying around. I'm like, yeah, well, unless you was one of them 375. Or your house is a pile of sticks, guys. Come on. Have some compassion.
But the Filipinos are strong. They will survive.
Oh, yeah. KC said, we lived in Angeles City from 1966 to 1968. I was a boy then. We experienced a super typhoon right there. The native Filipino nipper huts were destroyed, but our block house did well. Yeah, the block houses do well.
Well, except for some did lose their roof.
Yeah,
but
and that's why. Because see, I tried to get smart and tell Rock Engineering to build me a pitch roof. He said, no. You don't want that.
That's why they do that.
Okay. He said, I've got the roof for you. He said, don't worry about it leaking. Because see, one of these, one of my smart,
was probably me.
one of my smart subscribers said, hey, don't let them give you that flat roof, it's going to leak.
That's why.
That was you, John.
That's why they do it.
That's what they do it, yeah. I'd have lost my roof, probably. Beach, Texas says, lots of interesting dynamics to engineering and storm areas. Stilts, houses that can shift are just cheap to not care if blown down. Daryl Fulmore, he said, thank you, fellas, for the free and valuable information that you share with us. Now, thank you, Daryl. Daryl got that new, what'd you get, Daryl? Nissan something SUV, brand new, 2021. That'll keep him on the hamster wheel another year or two. But what Mama wants, Mama gets. He said Mama liked it, so he went on gas. Yeah.
Was he going to ship it over here?
I guess when they come over here. No, his wife's over there with him.
Yeah, but I thought they both were coming back. Maybe I meant to.
Yeah, so I'm saying a few years. There's no water shortage here in St. Carlos, but even before the typhoon, at times of the day, your water shuts off for some reason. I haven't figured that out yet. Has it done you that over there?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. Well, now we were out without water for 3 days after the storm.
Yeah, wow. John Gomez said, good morning, Calvin, John, and Sunshine Shoulders family. What's up, John? Are you back from, he was in the Dominican Republic. He's got a nice place over there. But see, that's what I'm saying. You're right. It's different areas because my girlfriend said we never lost water We lost power.
And he's not very far from me. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I'm just right around the corner from you. Daniel Middleton said, Calvin, I had a woman ask me for typhoon relief 10 minutes ago from Pampanga.
I didn't believe it.
That's way up in the
No,
yeah, but see, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Dana. As sad as it is, man, you're going to get that. That's why I did that video. I'm the only one going to give you a video like that because a lot of these YouTube bloggers over here, they get their head stuck in their behind, and I'm not putting anybody down, but, you know, a lot of them crying about they were hit by the typhoon, right?
Well,
as long as you're alive, you can repair your place. The masses can't repair. These people have 100. One lady had 100,000. She's like, "Oh, I'm crying. I need your help." I'm like, 100,000 subscribers. Oh, and she tells me that she needs our help to fix. You know, her roof came off. And I'm like, "Lady, you got money to do that. What about the people in the waters areas and stuff like that? You know, some of these 150,000, 170,000. You know, they're not gonna tell you, man, that the scams going on over here right now." But I'm pretty sure they will now that I made a video, because that seems to be how that works. I've never. But I challenged them on that video. I said, y'all need to start exposing some of this stuff. You know, okay, Daryl said, a Nissan Rogue. No,
he went Rogue.
Yeah, he said, no, not shipping it. I will sell it and buy another SUV when I get there. I'm like, John, I buy things off the interest made. All right, John. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Well, you know, I wasn't going to say any names. He said that was Mel Jean crying and asking for help. She has 100,000 subs. It must have been her then. One of them. I seen like 3 of them. And this guy said, Pampanga, yeah, right. But that's what's happening. But see, I love the John for the new guy who's never been to the Philippines before. He doesn't know what Pampanga is. Now, prior to coming here, and I think most Americans will feel the same way, I always thought the Philippines was kind of like Hawaii, a couple islands, all, you know, a bunch of stuff, but it's not as big as the state of California. It's bad. It's stretched out. Yeah. You know, he said Pampanga wasn't even affected from the typhoon. Absolutely not this time. Maybe, you know. Hey, John Gomez, thanks. He said, I'm back in New York City. Happy to see you and John. Hope this helps out. So how are you adjusting to the weather? That's what because it's probably cold in New York right now. Philip Rogers said everybody needs to put hurricane clips on the roof. It will help out. You know, you think they can avoid that? Well, I mean, yeah, if you're building your house out of bamboo and buying used tin, you know, the starter been used on the roof once. Yeah. But somebody like me, maybe, yeah. Oh yeah, expats, yeah. Now there was a house, you know, the one that was beside your old house, or the next one up. They lost their roof, but I never seen the house because behind the fence, and I think it was kind of rough anyway. Yeah, you gotta, you know, but yeah, a lot of that is right, but you know they can't afford it. Like the guy said, hey, why didn't everybody put plywood on the windows? I was like, plywood on the windows, man, they can't afford plywood right now. A lot of them don't have windows, period. Yeah. Like I say, I've seen used tin that's already been nailed down once being used for a repair. And of course, if you look out, okay, the condominium I was in, I didn't show it, man. I didn't go down there. I took a picture of it. I mean, it was destroyed. It looked like something, that tornado that hit in Kentucky. I mean, it just looked like a pile of ashes. He said, several vloggers aren't back on YouTube yet. Well, has anyone heard from Jean or Short Province Girl? I saw Jean on my Facebook page. She said they got hit pretty bad. I've heard Dumagetti in general got hit pretty bad, from what I understand. But they probably don't have signal. We didn't have signal yesterday. We got a very, now right here is a great signal. That's why I came here. Yeah. I was going to pick you up at McDonald's anyway and bring you here. Because I already talked to them. I found out. I was over here. But I got air here and everything. Yeah, it's great. And I saw you when I was up at home. The picture was perfect. Yeah, don't make me roll out of it. Said Pampanga, that is the Beverly Hills for expats. Yes, nice up there. Oh, really? Yes, nice up there. Wow, he said there was actually Grumpy Dude Brand said there was actually a Signal 2 storm in Engley City on Monday night. Some flying debris crashed through my roof of my house there. Central blew roofing off several houses. Wow. Hello. I am Bunta. Good morning.
We're live streaming about the hurricane, the typhoon. You like to tell your story? No, would you like to tell your story?
No.
Okay.
It's a finance business. Iskandar TV said, that's so funny. I had someone send me a picture, said my daughter has nowhere to live, and I saw the same picture somewhere else. Definitely need to fact check the story. Yeah, it's a fact, man. They give me like that this morning, man. The only reason I called it was because they sent the same picture back to back. Two people did. And I told people, anyway, when they messaged me, like I said, look, everybody's suffering right now. I said, I wish I could help everybody, but I can't. So I create spin wheel, KC says, I don't think that it's a stretch to say that 90% of the expats filming YouTube bloggers ask for help. This typhoon is just their latest excuse.
That might be.
Well, it might be. I don't put anybody down. I'm just saying that I'm the type of guy, I'm going to be thinking on my feet. When I said I was going to do it about the taxes, but then when they start sending me these pictures and other viewers and subscribers, I said, I got to do a video real quick now. Because to get the word out before anybody else loses money. And I got to go to Western Union when I get out of here. I'm not going to argue with them. But it's the principle about it. And the sender, I'm doing it for the sender. Yeah. The guy sends me $25. He said, Calvin, use this to help anybody you can. He sends it to me. I gave him the wrong number. I gave him his phone number instead, because that's a 10-digit number. So they said, Calvin, you got the wrong number, plus Western Union is off plans. I said, okay. So I go home and wait for his response. He gives me the right number. I go back and they say, well, somebody's already picked that up. Picked it up? How? You told me that it was off plans, so
yeah.
Now I gotta somehow, get that, because here they won't admit being wrong. That's one thing you're gonna run into over here, guys. They have a hard time admitting when they're in the wrong.
Well, they also have a hard time saying I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take my girlfriend with me, and I'm gonna explain to her and let her explain to them, because they're gonna misinterpret anything you say anyway. So if I say something, they're gonna act like I'm getting, on their case, and I'm not. Chester Starr said, here in English, we have only been having problems with the internet since the typhoon. Yeah, that's because of the globe and all that. They said that one of the main towers here.
Well, our plug went out yesterday afternoon. I don't know when it came on. Back on. It's on now.
My joint said, can you guys personally recommend legitimate sites to donate to, which ensures it gets to the people? Not really, because I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't even try, because if you saw what happened over here with Typhoon Yolanda, I mean, billions and billions of dollars from around the world came here, man. Very little was done. So I would say the Red Cross, if anything. That's about the best I can tell you. He said, what's up, bro? You look like a hairless Diane Williamson from New Orleans. I tell you what, man, I must have hurt my wrist pretty bad. I can't do push-ups yet. I'm doing the rest. Raheem Brown said, cash out him so YouTube don't take a cut. Yeah, I don't discourage people from helping, but I learned that a long time ago. I think Jason Kincaid told me that. YouTube created that super chat and super sticker to help small channels, you know. It's a way to get support. Yeah, to help them. Of course, to help them, but, you know. At Nighthawk, an engineer built the ugliest dome house in Florida for this. Was mocked for 30 years, now it's the only house there. Wow. Doug Carter, Calvin, what about making a stormproof room where that shack was, like a panic room? Oh, well, no, I'm going to put my guest house there, but now I'm going to make it a little bit, I'm going to make just a smaller version of my house.
I call that Buck's place.
Right now, yeah, Buck's guest house. Anyone heard from Clifford Root? He put something on his community page.
They didn't have internet.
They didn't have internet.
They're okay.
But they're okay. Cause they're out in the province, yeah. So I'm pretty sure they got hit. Yeah, that's what John said, and that's what my girlfriend said. Northern Mindanao, another low pressure.
Yeah.
But remember, they get like 20 plus a year.
20 typhoons a year. I don't count low pressures. Usually with the low pressures, like Calvin said, we get clouds, it cools down, we get a nice breeze.
Sam Champion says that I love the challenge. Guys need to familiarize themselves with the different regions of Philippines so they are not taken for a long, expensive ride. Yeah, and that's what I always say. I always, you know, there's three main islands, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Then you got all kind of stuff in between there.
7,000 islands.
But it's the islands is on one of those main three regions. And what this typhoon hit, it usually hits eastern Visayas and central Luzon. But this time it hit Visayas region and northern Mindanao.
Right.
Sure, gal, I haven't heard anything from that 8 miles from home. Those that couple with the little girl.
Probably don't have signal. There's King Arthur.
Hey, King Arthur, he said hello all a bit late. He lost his dog not long ago. Yeah, here's Frank's at Littlebit's channel. Okay. He said Doug Carr is dirty. What are you talking about? It does take medicine. Not sure if they can get them, but hurricane windows in the dome, I think, are good for 185 miles an hour. But insurance-wise, the push for housing on stilts makes you being in a wizard of screen. Are you posting names of fellow YouTubers that you know are safe? That's a good idea, but see, we don't. How can I don't know any around here. I know Cliff and Rue just posted. You know, if you look on their community pages, because they can get a signal every now and then, they just can't get like any like Wi-Fi, so they can do like a blog or a live stream or something like that. They're basically letting themselves know. Buck's place, Calvin is putting wheels on it.
That's good.
8 miles has a video, they all okay, but the island is decimated and no help yet. Sure, guys, pretty bad. Well, that's where it landed. That's where it hit, you know, came ashore, right there. Grumpy Duke Brand says, I saw them today, Calvin, 8 miles from home on their friend's channel. They were devastated, but they are fine and healthy. Just no relief from government has arrived. General Luna really struck hard. Yeah, they've got a very successful channel. You know, as long as they're alive, they're going to be okay because I'm pretty sure they got savings and stuff. But yeah, I knew they were going to get hit hard because that's where it came ashore. That's where it first hit.
So day number 3 with no electricity and we still didn't have water. I'm talking with Calvin's ex-neighbor, Nifty there. We're sitting there. He goes, you know what? My life is still good here. He goes, even without electricity and water, my biggest worry is not being able to get cold beer. I thought that was pretty good.
Nighthawk Zone to Calvin, thank you for helping these people who are in need. Well, I'm just paying it forward. Remember, man, somebody did it for me in my time of need. I mean, you'd be heartless, man, to walk around, you see some of the situations here and not at least try to help. Especially after what I saw in Cebu. I would never turn my back on anybody. I mean, it's bad there, man. Even now, a week later, it's really bad. And, you know, it answered the question for me. Would you rather have no water or no electricity?
No electricity.
You
You gotta have water.
gotta have water, man.
Yeah, you gotta have water.
Uh, why not, says, do they sell Brito fillers there? What is that, John?
Yes, they do sell different kind of water filters here.
Oh, yeah, okay, he's talking about that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would work on the tap water.
Britta wouldn't, but they sell reverse osmosis here that will work on it. But just remember, you got to change those filters often. And the problem with reverse osmosis is bacteria buildup. So.
Brian Nichols said, send me some wheels. I live in a mobile home too. Yeah, Vincent, I don't know what she's saying. In your opinion, my journalist says, how many months for things to get cleaned up and back? Well, in St. Carlos, I'm going to say less than a month.
I tell you, I have really been impressed by how fast electricity got off and water got. I know some people still don't have it, but
I already said about St. Carlos City. It's a well-managed place. I always tell y'all, the only reason I don't put it on my expat alley, there's no nightlife and there's no major hospital. If there was a major hospital here, it would have to be on. But you could still come here as
that's what kind of life you're after. I mean,
you could
nice quiet life. This is it.
But I mean, you could still come here and not miss out on the whole life. Not like living in, you know, where my son lives, you know. But yeah, now Cebu is going to be different.
And we're only pre-pandemic 3 hours from Cebu.
Yeah, 2.5. Really, it's not that far. I was shocked because that, especially in a car, now bus when you go from Toledo to Cebu, you know they make all the stops, but in that taxi, it's about an hour.
Now,
a little bit over an hour.
I know somebody asked on there. You probably already got about what did Toledo look like when you came through? Did you already see that? How bad was it? A viewer asked, I thought it was on here, about how bad was Toledo when you went through. I think he had.
Yeah, he's seen that.
Oh, so you already got that?
Well, on the way to Toledo, it was bad. Once I got to Toledo, it really didn't. That's what kind of gave me some hope. It didn't really look that bad, but you remember now, Toledo's got that city proper. Then it's got a lot of problems. Well, that's what got hit. My girlfriend stood still, and 2 of her brothers live there. She hasn't heard from them. She hasn't heard from them. She hasn't heard from them. Yeah, we got about 16 minutes left, guys, because this is a business, and we're not going to.
That was good enough that they let us.
Yeah, I appreciate them. I'm going to buy her lunch, John.
Good.
That's good. You know what that is? Great. Yeah. Yeah, it said he was on another channel. What's they saying here? She said I'm worried about my mother.
Well, if you haven't heard from your mother or anybody, they probably don't have signal. So just hang in there. I know it's easy for me to say that, but just hang in there.
Yeah, you gotta be patient when, like in Bahal, they got hit hard.
Oh, they got.
And then, you know, they got a lot of Kente Dynasty said, thinking of an informal poll of your chat room, I see how the general outlook regarding traveling in the Philippines drastically changed with the typhoon. Have your plans been affected, if at all? He's saying to the viewers.
Oh, okay.
Have your plans been affected? But you got to realize the Philippines has always had typhoons. This is a way of life over here.
This isn't 28 years.
This isn't any reason for you to be discouraged from coming here, because more than likely, remember, I've been here for 12 years on and off. This is my first typhoon. You know.
And my wife lived here 28. This is the second one, and the last one was not this bad.
And she don't remember.
Yeah, she forget. She remembers a little bit of flooding.
I said, Ron, Mr. Captain, do you have a wave account? If not, get one. It's U.S. company. It's the best and simple. Okay. Check it out, please. I don't know what that is, you know, because a lot of things I can't access from over here. They're reading your IP address. Once they see you out of the country. My bank, I went Fifth Third Bank, man. I can't I had to put that VPN on my phone and on my computer to check my checking account.
That's great.
Because they said it's only available for U.S. residents. You know, people residing in the U.S. I was shocked. Steve Burns, thanks for that super chat. He said, help for the PI. We're going to pay it forward. I'm giving away 25,000 pesos tomorrow, Friday. I don't like to say that word tomorrow. He said, surprised to see many expats don't have generators or better built roofs. Well, like I said, we're going to have to get one, but if you only need it once,
every 10 years.
Yeah, every 10 or 12 years, some areas don't even have brownouts. I don't even think they have brownouts in Cebu.
I've heard that, like up at Angeles and that, they don't get it that often. I mean, we get it here.
And remember, a lot of people over here are basically renting and, you know. Hey, Retired 2019, thanks for the super chase, a donation for the people in the Philippines. Yeah, I'm gonna give away 500 tomorrow. Hey, Milton says, hey, Cal. Wait, let me go to Milton real quick. Milton Brown says, hey, Cal, are you in an earthquake area like Luzon? No, but that doesn't mean anything because a couple of years ago, Bohol, man, and I just left Bohol, and Bohol had a hell of an earthquake.
Driving about 2 miles out of town, you're going up the mountain, there's a sign that says fault line, so they're here.
Yeah, they're here. You have no idea, though.
Yeah, it can hit.
You got a 20 peso, John?
Actually, I don't.
I got a 20. I think I got a 20. I do. He's lucky. He's supposed to be singing, guys, this guy. He's supposed to sing for this, but he's not. He's supposed to be singing. Well, he's supposed to be singing. You know, they do curling here, guys.
Yeah, I've probably had 60.
Hey, there's Lynn 102.
Hey, Lynn, good to
I've
see
been wearing heavier jackets and just bought umbrellas last week. Yeah, Buck, it'd be easy for you to say. Buck said you need to give away 50,000. But send it to me, Buck. I'll send it to you. Hey, Ron, businesses wave, send wave. It's worldwide as long as there's a agent there you can pick up or have it on your phone. I've never heard of that. Have you, John? Thank you, Lynn. She said, I'm glad to see you're okay. You guys are okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. I didn't think I was going to make it. I was in that 46th floor, and it was bad.
Like that, I was asleep. I was sober.
No, we're not at an internet cafe. We're actually at a finance office, and that's why we're cutting it short. We're going to be here for 12 more minutes because, you know, they let us come in here. This is a business. You see people coming in, paying their loan payments and stuff like that. No, it's not an internet cafe. The internet cafes are not so big anymore, especially here, because of brownouts. You can't make any money. Derek Greenway said, I was there for Mount Pinatubo. Oh, well, maybe he was there with Gail's father.
Yeah.
Because Gail was born during that time.
My wife's wife had a child yesterday, and I told them they should name it Odette.
Yeah. Doug Carr said 50,000. That's like what, 10,000 lines, Buck? Yeah.
Oh, they hammer on $4.
Craig Masters said Philippines has tons of volcanoes, so you can't avoid it.
Almost every island, I think, has one.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you know, you can't help when you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's, you know, you can't avoid it.
I mean,
but other than that, more than likely, I'm safer in St. Carlos.
Mount Canada, from what I've read, they had some eruptions during the 70s. It vents all the time, which they say is bad weather in I don't know. But we would have a warning.
Excuse me. He says, I love the China. I'm going to build an ark. Yeah, you have to build something. He said, be careful using waves or shaking. I'd like to get Dana Middleton on here for my next panel because he's a travel agent. You know, I'm in Sam Champion's wife because the Philippines is getting ready to open, guys. I'm telling you, it's close to opening.
I thought with, you know, like cheapoair.com and all them, the travel agents were pretty much. You know,
a lot of guys aren't, you know, they're not privy on land, stuff like that, like Gleason Baker. You know, he's a first-time traveler. You don't want to get on there on the website trying to figure something out, and that's where they can help. And they don't charge that much because, believe it or not,
sometimes they
Cheapo Air and all those, they're travel agents.
I know.
That's all they are. These are just real people. He said, John drank through the typhoon. Did you, John?
Actually, no. I stayed sober during the typhoon. I wanted to.
You were asleep though, wasn't you?
I went to sleep, but I was sober. My wife, poor wife, I was outside watching it. Unfortunately, it hit at night, so I couldn't really see a whole lot, but she made me come inside.
Yeah, see, this is a good idea, Philip, but the problem would be where, you know, you got to understand, he said the best thing to do with the money is find a province area that was hit hard, needing water, food, appears where you live has electricity and the roads are clear. But see, here's the thing, the suffering is so great. When you start doing that, man, you're not going to get to help.
All you have to do is go 2 miles outside of San Carlos, there's people hurting.
Yeah, it's too, you know, so that's why I did the spin wheel, to choose the people indiscriminately, because if you try to target a place like that, it's just, you know, it's just too,
a lot of
suffering is just too, they get mad at you, man. Like, well, why didn't you help me? Why'd you help them? It's just hard to do, you know. Clint Dow said, I just heard from my girl in Palawan this morning, I was worried. Well, that's the last place it hit.
Yeah, so they probably got less.
Yeah, they did.
I'm sure that San Carlos didn't get hit as bad as because they had all the mountains to go first. I didn't yeah.
My journey says on another note, Calvin, did you get all your visa issues resolved positively? Absolutely, I did. I had an extra year that I didn't even know about my journey. And I want to give a shout out to what's the name of that? RJC Consultancy. No, JRC Consultancy for helping me, for giving me that information, man, because I didn't know it. And they didn't charge me.
That to me is the biggest surprise right there. So I would say they're very legit.
Yeah, they're legitimate. I mean, imagine they ended up making maybe $10 off me for helping with my extension when they could have made that 20,000 pesos and disguised it. Yeah, hey, you know.
And you would have been very happy.
I've been real happy. Oh, pretend to say, glad you're okay, fellas. I see blogger, every man has stories looking to leave the PI with his new young wife. I don't, yeah. I don't see a lot of people leaving though. But remember, maybe they got hit worse than we did. But that wouldn't be a reason for me to leave because it happens so very infrequently. Hey, Jacob Tanjay, good to see you on here, brother. Ray B101 says, I like you guys. Dana Middleton said, I'd love to. Yeah, I sent you the link actually a few times, Dana, but he's never.
Don't be shy.
Yeah. See, yeah, we're getting ready to get out of here. We got about 5 minutes, guys, because this is a legitimate business. And we don't want to.
Don't want to use it.
Well, we don't want to. Hey, thanks, AC King. For the Super J, said traumatic damage, lives disrupted, every little bit helps. It all helps. John Blake, boom.
You got a good person.
Long. What's that? I don't know what he's talking about. Kona Ranger said, wife's family's house is still standing in Southern Lady. Everybody's safe, but no water or power and phone service for a long time. So sad. Yeah, you'd be shocked how much you value that stuff.
5 days, no electricity. 3 days, no water for me.
I mean, even that signal, man, people are going crazy here. because they're addicted. We're addicted to phones.
Well, and like I say, my problem was I wanted to be able to let my people know in the U.S. I was okay. Doug Carr helped me out, and once again, thank you, Doug.
Yeah, but
That's pretty good. I've never even met Doug, just, over the net, and there's good people out there. I always want
well, it's a community. That's why I'm trying to build a community. So when they do get over here, they even got help.
Yeah.
Yoga Brain said, thanks for the word on Western Union. I sent money to my family yesterday. Yeah, you're welcome, because at one time now, it's better now in St. Carlos since the globe signal is back on, because now they can get Zoom, Remitly, not World Remit yet. World Remitly still offline. But Zoom, Remitly, Western Union, MoneyGram, they're able to get. But at first you could only get Western Union. Then of course, if you're here locally, GCash. I gotta get GCash. I'm gonna get that today if I can. I'm not gonna
get on the way back.
Well, I'm gonna let her get it. Because I don't have my ID or nothing. Lonnie Franklin said, Jacob Chanje, let me know, brother. I know they have a Jollibee near the medical center. Rick Weston said, has power been restored in Lapu Lapu around the Maragondon area? I don't know. See, that was, Lapu Lapu is a nice way from Cebu City, where I was. That's over by the airport. Yeah. In this Maragondon area, that's even further down. And they probably, I would say not. It's like a provincial area, man. Hey, Grove God said, good to see you doing good, Sunshine. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to give away, well, Friday we're going to give away 25,000 pesos. I was going to do it to celebrate 25,000 subscribers. We're not going to, we're getting close. We're not going to reach that by Christmas, so I'm going to do it early for Christmas and the typhoon.
Well, they need it.
So I'm going to spin the wheel 25 times. 25 of my subscribers are going to get 1,000 pesos each, which right now is a lot of money.
It's like $1,000 US.
It's like $1,000 US. That's what it is. That's how you got to look at it. Oh, okay. Rick Weston said, he said, has power been restored to the Mass 1 area of Lapu Lapu? I don't know. Yeah, anyone know? I don't know. I know that my son's uncle works there. Over there, where the factories and stuff is. That's what he's talking about. Jacob Chanje says, Lonnie Franklin, that's where they put the first one. There's one on Westheimer. He's talking about the Jollibee. Hey, let's get to 200 likes, cats. 291. But yeah, I want to take this time because we're going to get off here to thank everybody for the super chat, super stickers. We're going to play this forward. Because as you know, YouTube takes 45%. This money, we won't actually receive it until next month. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to add it all up, take the 45% off, whatever it is, we're going to pay it forward for the typhoon victims, everybody. And I should know in the next couple of days what the final tally is, because YouTube will take theirs right off the top. They'll send it to me, and then we'll go from there. Remember, I'll get it next month, but I'm going to go ahead and pay it forward whenever I get it. We're going to give away 25,000 tomorrow. But all the well wishes, we just wanted to do this to let y'all know we're okay. Give you a little thumbs up. Maybe by the time Sunday rolls around or something, I don't know if my PLDT, they said PLDT was up and running, but man, it's not.
I got a feeling our internet, or Wi-Fi is going to take a long time. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to get me to pay the bill. I'm going to pay it anyway.
Yeah, well, you have
What
to do it if you want it.
Yeah, if you want it. Yeah. They don't, there's no, what do you call it? There's no grace period here. If it's due on the 20th, if you don't pay it on the 20th, it's stuck. Here in St. Carlos, anyway. I don't know about anywhere else. I know here it is. Because I'm like, man, I mean, my globe was due on the 26th. I got there on the 27th. The damn thing was cut off. I believe it. And I was like, what? There's no grace period here, guys. But yeah, thank y'all so much. Take care, stay safe, stay cold free. We'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all so much. Well, let me see how to get out here.